Hello there friends, we've got a lot to talk about today. IEM Chengdu is over, as well as a couple of other tournaments. Electronic moved from Cloud9 to Virtus.pro, Simple's price dropped down, new Cloud9 sniper might not be Monacy, Ecstatic were signed by a Dota 2 org, and much more. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. I think we should start with the cheaters and what Valve are going to do about it. Well, nothing. You can imagine the level of absurdity. Cheaters play CS2 on Steam decks and enjoy it. You basically play a Valve game on a Valve device with cheats and get away with it. Cool stuff. The community is so sick and tired of all of it that they decided to make a statement about this obvious problem. All the bloggers and the celebrities are just calling not to play matchmaking or premier matchmaking until Valve rolls out the anti-cheat, and they ask their followers to do the same. One Reddit user counted how many cheaters he's had in 804 matches. 493, that's more than a half, and he wasn't playing on 20k when there are only cheaters. I don't know guys, Valve made the new premier matchmaking to supposedly kill FACEIT, but instead it's the one dying. I myself have always chosen to play matchmaking more than FACEIT, and I have come across cheaters literally a couple of times in recent years, but now it's just impossible to play. Let's hope that Gaben will finally come and deal with it, or at this rate the game will have only cheaters playing it. And now my friends, let's talk about the reshuffles. Furia, as you know, failed at IEM Chengdu, not even making it to the playoffs, defeating only Chinese teams, which is certainly not a good result. Immediately their owner wrote that they're definitely in need of roster changes. Now they will think it over, look at the options and make a decision. The community believes that perhaps Fallen will retire because he's been persistently saying that it's time to finish the career and play in CS and all that. And by the way, Cold Zero has now no team and Taco wants to return to the pro scene, so they have plenty of options. Meanwhile, Simple's price dropped significantly. To be more precise, his transfer value has already dropped to $2 million. In fact, now two Simples can be combined into one Zyvu. And also Alexander's former teammate Bit is only $100,000 behind. And by the way, right now on your screens you can see how his value has changed since 2016. First $1.5 million, then his value peaked in 2021 at almost 5 millions. And now his price is half of that. At this rate, with all this inactivity and strange loans to Falcons, Simple won't be even worth $1 million. Also, Boomich almost got robbed for a couple of tens of $1,000s the other day. His Steam account was hacked, all friends and profile picture disappeared, name was changed to Pre-Vac, and this hacker gave him chance to withdraw all the skins. Of course, the access was restored and all was good, and honestly I wonder what the kid was hoping for when he tried to scam a pro player who recently played at a major. And of course, the most high-profile breaking news, Electronic transferred to Virtus.pro. When I first saw the announcement I thought April Fool's was 2 weeks ago, what the hell? But this was not a joke, really, no rumors, no insights, just a major transfer happening suddenly as a shock to the whole industry. We were like all expecting Exile or Hobbit to be removed, but definitely not Electronic. What was the whole point of putting together the Navi's old core if Denise left just a couple of months later? So my friends, unfortunately we never saw any Cloud9 era. By the way, as the insiders write, it turns out Electronic could have ended up in VP back in 2023. At the time he had 3 offers, Cloud9, EG and Virtus.pro, and apparently the Bears didn't want to take him along with Perfecto, which is why the guys went together to Cloud9. Well, and this transfer was like a thunder in a clear sky, not only for us blue-collar workers, but also for Cloud9 players as well. Firstly, the reaction of the players speak for themselves. Perf simply posted this emoji. Exile wrote, "It is what it is," and their manager posted some touching words, but he also said that it was a natural thing. So the transfer on the one hand was long overdue, on the other hand Cloud9 clearly didn't expect that, because just a couple of hours ago they withdrew from the ESL Pro League, one of the most important tournaments of the year. They will be replaced by SAW, the Portuguese team. It turns out that Cloud9 just simply don't have the 5th player, and they don't even have an idea who to bring. You know, otherwise they wouldn't withdraw from the tournament a week before the start. As some knowledgeable people in the community have correctly pointed out, the transfer of Electronic and Shiro went according to the same script. No insides, no rumors, and bang, in the middle of the day you get the news. And a lot of people in the community think that Electronic left for about the same reason as Shiro. Whether that's true or not, I do not know, and I can only guess what that means. Either they're being just kicked out by the management, or there's some problem with Groove, or maybe something else. Write down your guesses, by the way, in the comments below. And apparently it's quite possible that this is not the last departure from the team in the near future. We'll keep our fingers on the pulse. So we get a logical question: what will happen next with Cloud9? Who will leave? Or maybe the gang will just stay together now as they have a place for a sniper. Now you don't need to invent anything, you don't need to kick anyone, just take Monacy because you have a free spot, or maybe anyone else. In general, my friends, in the near future we're waiting for a ton of different rumors and insights, and we love that. As I see it right now, the best chance for them is Dexter, and even though he's a free agent, there's one tiny problem: how the characters will match. Deco is another great option, but Aurora are on a roll right now. They are winning tournaments and a lot of money. They're playing no worse than Cloud9. But of course the whole community is just waiting for Monacy, even makes all sorts of clips. And the people, they're just excited. Pimp writes that this lineup will destroy everyone. James haven't had a hardcore world-class entry since Kinder left back in the day. Now he signed arguably one of the most influential of its kind to his team. What a scoop for VP. Bobsky says it's a dream team. Maui Snake calls Virtus.pro a super team. Shocks is just shocked. Banks thinks that they should choose Deco. Interesting what Cloud9 will do now. Monacy not looking like an option. Simple said he won't join. Hopefully they've been planning and cooking. Maybe go with Deco as he played with Boomage before. I have seen almost no negative reactions to this transfer from the analysts. Many write that such a team, Virtus.pro just doesn't have the chances not to shine. Electronic is a perfect fit for the role. Jim always needed an aggressive and tough rifler like Kinder was back in the day. He got the best option on the market. Now the Bears can be unstoppable. Write your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that they will shine now? I'm eagerly waiting. By the way, another important point: Gaming Gladiators officially announced the signing of Ecstatic's roster, who successfully made it to the main stage of the PGL Major Copenhagen. Salazar, Nodius, Kragan, Patty, Quinix, and Castle. According to insiders, there was a chance to sign X-Preezy, but they asked for too much money. They also thought to build a lineup around Beamus, Jax, and Misuta, but it didn't work out. Ecstatic's co-owner and well-known streamer and skin trader Zeppel has spoken out about selling his lineup to Gaming Gladiators. He's just tired of hateful comments on HLTV. During the RMR and Major, I put all my trading on pause. I neglected all my work, forgot to pay my bills, barely ate, checking in and out of hotels every night. I've never earned a dime from being a team owner, and I honestly don't expect to ever earn money. It's 100% passion from my side. People who's actually in the scene knows that. I love the players, the scene, the talent, production. The entire thing is like one big family. Back to the drawing board now. And guys, that's all according to official reshuffles, but as always, now it's time for rumors. According to Kurumi, 9 assembles an experienced team. Plopsky, Jax, Beamus, Misuta, Mantu, and Rigali have been tested. The list is large and impressive, and it sounds pretty hype. You know, they have the money after selling their gang to Ants. Well, and now on to IEM Chengdu. Some thoughts and main highlights from the playoffs. The first ones who surprised the hell out of me and the whole community were Astralis. They were in the top seed for the playoffs, and they played with FaZe, and they just destroyed them. While a lot of people were taking a good laugh about how Device is going to be a bad captain, Nikolai completely outplayed Kerrigan. Astralis won FaZe 2-0, not a single chance for the third map. 13-7 on their pick and 13-4 on FaZe's pick. Not a bad result for the captain, who has been only in that position for a couple of weeks. As Device says in the interview, no one understands how they play yet, what their new style is, and that's why it's so cool and why it works. And Yabi and Staven write that they're super excited and enjoying their learn new roles, and everything is really in place now. Well, let's see how long this all lasts. So far, the Danes have made a lot of noise at the IEM Chengdu. Now, let's get into how G2 is doing. They lost to Liquid and were first to speedrun the lower bracket, and apparently they did it. m0NESY just shined, and I'm honestly glad about that, since he's been a bit behind Dong in stats recently. They beat Lin Vision and Heroic to make it to the stage. Also, Cloud9, another tournament where they just get knocked out at the very beginning. Yeah, they had some severe opponents, but nevertheless, this might be the reason why Electronic decided to leave in the end. He just got fed up with all of this. And let's now go with G2 versus Virtus.pro. Maximum tension here, as James clearly wants revenge for being knocked out of the major. It was super unfair. Gaben himself along with PGL left the Bears out of the major playoffs, and now it's payback time. We had 3 maps in front of us: Anubis from G2, Overpass from Virtus.pro, and Inferno as the decider. But it wouldn't come to that. G2, especially m0NESY, just released VP from their duties. Ilya racked up a 1.38 rating with over 32 frags and 19 deaths on 2 maps. He's had a lot of fun there. And we go to the second quarterfinal, Team Liquid versus FaZe Clan, Cadian versus Kerrigan. It's a great time to see whose style is better. Cadian hasn't been to the playoffs in a while, and he's learned Chinese for the occasion.
Time for you. 你好, Chengdu. 我说 Dian, 你说 Sige. Dian. Dian. Dian.
Not without sweat, of course, but FaZe are on their way to another consecutive final. Although Cadian got the best team in the world on their nerves. First, Liquid almost won FaZe's pick on OTs, then they took their favorite Anubis, and everything was decided on Mirage, where FaZe were just a little bit stronger. We don't know who will be able to stop them yet. Maybe Astralis? No. And now G2 versus Mouse. As well as VP, Mouse got the chance to get even with G2. And from the first map, they went to avenge their major fail and used their rage to the full. They won their pack, gave a ghostly hope of winning to G2, but then finished it on Overpass. 2-1 Mouse in the finals. m0NESY wrote after the game, "A disgraceful Overpass. I can't believe we lost it." Mouse, in fact, were stronger in everything, in shooting and team play and tactics, and you know, Nexa just sits in the low tap comfortably, even worse than Hooksy. Nico and Hunter not even in the positive KD. The only one who really cared and tried was m0NESY, but he made a couple of huge mistakes in some key moments. G2 were out, Mouse in the grand finals. And here comes Astralis versus FaZe. Astralis had already surprised everyone in this tournament, but they just failed to stop FaZe on their wild streak. All 3 maps were involved. FaZe won Nuke, Astralis got Ancient, and Inferno was secured by Old Man Kerrigan with a score of 13-7. But it wasn't bad for the Danish team, not at all. Considering their recent results at tournaments, I think they have a great future ahead. But the grand final went without any surprises, apart from the fact that Mouse made it there. I mean, they're certainly worthy, they were just not enough. FaZe, without any slightest problems, won their opponent 2-0. Brokey got the MVP, 1.23 rating and his 3rd medal in his career. And surely the most important thing is that FaZe got rid of their 2nd place curse. Previously they had made it to 4 consecutive finals, but always finished 2nd. So more titles for FaZe now, right? And here's what Kerrigan the Legend said in the post-match press conference. "The main thing is that I want to make history with FaZe Clan. That's why I came back. I knew when I came back to FaZe that this would be probably my last team." Well, isn't he just cool? The best captain in the history of entire Counter-Strike franchise. Those who agree, like the video. Those who disagree, write in the comments below about your captains. My guys, we have a lot of things ahead. Reshuffles, crazy reshuffles, rumors, insights, a lot of tournaments, drama and all that. I feel it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel not to miss anything CS2 related. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.